Stay ahead of the game.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're in update 1.49. We're in a new car to the game and we're going to go to a new race to the game. Update 1.49 has landed now and it's time for us to have a little bit of a review, a little bit of an understanding of what's changed and how that takes us to a conclusion on what the game's going to be like now and for a little while whilst we have this setup. So let's, while we cast our eyes over this car, let's take a look at the setup and see what it's going to do. Let's check out the race that we're going to take part in. So it's over in the Americas and it's Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. And it's the new addition on the end, the World Touring Car 600. We've raced this field many times at Tokyo in the Tokyo 600. And as you can see in the picture there, there's two new cars to the game, the Gallardo and the Roof. Let's have a look what it is. It's 600 pp or less. High level race series. First place bags you 94,000 credits plus clean race bonus. Main rivals are as those cars we find in the Tokyo 600. And tuning is as we see fit. So let's have a look at the settings. We're on sports medium tyres. We've bought a few parts. 599.36 against the target of 600. We've got 450 brake horsepower. Normal suspension with no changes, fully customizable rear diff, and we've got the front rear torque distribution set to 35/65. Downforce, now we can show you what we've got on the front in a moment. We'll go and look at the garage, but we've got 73 on the front, 230 on the back. Fully customizable ECU set to 77. That just tunes us down to the 599.36. There's not a lot else we can do there. Fully customizable fully customizable manual transmission gives us a drop in PP, so it's worth having that, and we've got it set at 290. We have got the racing brake system and the racing pads and the brake controller, so we can move it front to back if we need to for a bit of adjustment. But there's a racing clutch and flywheel, and that's it. No other modifications. Let's go and have a look at the aero mods. We haven't done anything with the wheels, so on the front we're using Type A front splitter. On the sides we're using Type A. On the rear, no changes, it's totally standard. And a rear wing we're taking the Type B. Would Type A drop us a little bit? No, absolutely no change. So Type B is where we're going to be. More downforce, more available. So here we are back at the circuit. And we've got 5 laps to attack it. Settings for the race will be assist, traction control 1, weak ABS, counter steer assistance on strong. Even though I think they probably need to be default, to be honest. That's where we're going to go, default ABS. Controller settings, we're on a Fanatec DD Extreme. It's the DD Plus with the GT Extreme wheel. It's just coming to life now with some of the changes that they've made with the last update, update 1.49. The LEDs are now working on the front, the screen's working. We've got the shifter, the rev counter, and some other lights that will now work. We're hoping we're conquering the issues with the disconnections, but they still continue at the moment. What I've been advised to do today is to plug the wheel into a powered USB adapter and plug the USB adapter into the back of the PlayStation 5. So we've got force feedback max torque set on 7, force feedback sensitivity 10. Let's dive straight in. So then 5 laps, it's not a tremendously long race. We don't really know how well we're going to do. We've actually won this already, but trying to get it on video with a win has been quite tricky. So let's see where we go. When Fraga is at the front, it's a bit of a challenge, but car's really quite slidey on the brakes, but let's see if we can manage it. The car's got a lot of forward speed and the brakes are really good, but the car tends to slide just a wee bit. But if we get the inside line out the corner, we are pretty good. Excuse me there while I just die and have a cough off camera. I'd have edited that out, you won't have seen it. Mr. Miazano wanting a fight there. Let's see how we go with the fastest lap. So we're 23.4 seconds down. 4 more laps to go at the end of this one. Now the reason we're doing this video is we've been asked if we can give an example of how to win this race by a long-standing friend of the channel. And he's found it pretty tricky. We did 3 or 4 goes at this with various different cars, and he picked and chose, and he actually did it last night, so we gave him a demonstration on the live stream, and he was able to pick up pieces from that and go and do it, which is tremendous. So I thought I'd share it with you, make this the first video of update 1.49 that's dedicated to, I don't know whether you want to call it grinding, but you know, that's the way it is. So what do we think to update 1.49? As you can see now, cars are pretty slidey in this update. You have to get used to braking the car in a straight line before the corner. You'll find that the grip comes really quite solidly when it arrives, but you've got to get the car down to speed to get it to grip. Now this race doesn't have tyre wear, but tyre wear now is really quite abrasive. Tyres are wearing quite solidly. You know, the tyres don't last as long as they think they do, which is going to be a problem for the league races, the way we've got it set up. But that's tomorrow night. Up into 7th place. So I've enjoyed a couple of evenings over the last couple of days doing the time trials, and I've been getting into the top 4 or 5 of the time trials, top 1,000 places, which is above my normal standard. I'm normally top 2,000, top 2,500 on average. I know I've been in the top 40 before. I've had one in the top 40, I've one in the top 60, but not at the end of the week when it all happens. But you know, it's improving, and the idea is to adapt. Change is going to happen with this game all the time, and it's really, really disappointing that they've wiped the leaderboards again, and we're having to complete the game again for no reward, because we're not being given any monetary reward for getting back to the top of the friends list, or at least trying, which is disappointing. And I know a couple of my friends online have aired their views, and they're pretty miffed about it, because you know, they've lost some really good times. But I suppose for me, selfishly, I don't really mind the resetting of the channel, of the times, because I've got the channel to focus on. I got the it's an excuse for more content. It's a chance for me to go back to the human comedy, for example, and give those a really good whack. See if we can get back to the top of the old world record boards again. See if we can hold them. It'll be more content for the video, and if you're really into GT7, you won't really mind doing it again, and you'll hopefully be back on the channel with me trying to set those times and being competitive. We've got 2 laps to go. We're in 4th place, 7 seconds down, and it's a bit bump and grind against these AI. They're holding stead on the old apex. They're braking on the apex again. So update 1.49 to me, warmly received. I see the positive changes. They're going to take some getting used to, but I know people will. What's the expression? Is it going to be Marmite? Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. Regardless of the resetting of the leaderboards, you know, it's a change. It's going to make it interesting for me. I think the idea is that we try and enjoy it, and we, you know, yeah, I didn't damage the back of this Mercedes. I didn't do that. 6 seconds behind Mr. Bayless now, who's away in the Porsche, the roof. We'll see if we can catch him. We've got a couple of victims to overtake here. We'll see if we can make a really good pass. Just sneak down the inside. Use all the road where possible. 5 seconds back. We've got to catch him big time. How are we going to do this? Fastest lap of 1:26.913. See, I mean about it just sliding away if you don't brake in time. We tried to carry a bit of speed into there and we lost out. We just braked too late and the car decided to go straight on into the corner, but we've got the pace now. Don't stray too far to the right. What other changes have we got? We've got some really interesting engine swaps that are going to happen. And some of the cars we've had in the past have got some decent engine swaps. I think it's about time we did an engine swap series. So slow to accelerate out of the corner there in 4th gear. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this. I think he's got too much of a lead. There's only one way we're going to be able to beat him, and that's cutting that apex at the end, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that. He's going to get out of that corner, isn't he? Yeah, he's just away too far, so we're going to have to change cars. What car do you think we're going to use next then? This one wasn't up for it. Let's do it again. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if we can do it on a second run. See if it's down to aggression. See if we were not up to power. 56k we received there. No clean race bonus. Not a lot we can change, to be honest. But let's get stuck in and see if we can have a go. So there's a slight change. Yamanaka's at the front now with Gentry and the Viper. Mr. Sus Willow, we're not going to be able to get him before the corner. Mr. Grady, everybody knows that's Mr. Tidgney. So we received a new track, the Eiger Norwand. We've already gone and done the circuit experience, which was a little bit of a challenge. It was good fun to get into there and then to try and make our way to the top of the friends list. We've had the 2 time trials, one at Eiger Norwand and the other one at Tokyo 600, which is going to lead us into another grind series, of course. The Tokyo 600 really is one of the top of the range grinds, and it brings about some really good close racing, so it's worth us going and doing that, I think. And then we'll do an engine swap series. What I'm going to try and do is give you some nicely competitive tunes on the regular cars that we know, because I'm going to try and convince you that the cars you're going to want to use are the ones that I like. I'll give you some decent tunes to have a shake at, and you can grind the walls as much as you like if you want to. I've already had some suggestions about cars to use, so we'll put some out there for you to try over the next couple of weeks. We'll keep you busy. We'll try and do a video a day for every day of the month. We're on our way to doing that. We'll try and get some content back up and try and get some new viewers. Maybe there's some new people to the game that haven't found me before, and they might be interested in having a watch. And with that, I'm also going to try and do a personalised a personalised t-shirt for the 600 grind at Tokyo. So if there's a particular car you like, I'm going to do, if you want to make a suggestion, I'm going to make a t-shirt for every car that we're going to use in the Tokyo 600. And we'll do it in a particular style that you might enjoy or you might not. If you don't, give me a suggestion and tell me which kind of t-shirt you can do it in. And we might also see if we can bring something else to the channel at the same time. The less we say about that, the better. For now, we'll see. 6th place. Lap 3. We seem to be going a little bit faster this time. There's Mr. Beauvoir. Mr. Bayliss is just in front. Ooh, come on, move out of the way, boys and girls. We've got to chase Mr. Bayliss down here. He's the one to catch. A 128.166 we've got on this lap. What we found last night is sort of the starting order that affects this race. And it's 100k approximately, the race. I mean, if we get a clean race bonus, it could be in the region of 150k. It takes around 7 minutes to complete the race. So if you're doing the race every 7 minutes, you're going to be on for good money if you can handle this. But we have to find a car that's going to be really easy to win at to guarantee you want to do it. At the moment, this car isn't 100% easy to win with. We're just trying to find the flaw with it, trying to find its position. So Bayliss has caught Yamanaka. We've got 2 laps to go. This should now be a relatively easy catch if they're going to battle. And then we've got to race the Porsche. Here we go, we're catching them because they're racing each other. The 128.041 is our fastest lap. We know we can do a 126. Here we go, we're alongside second. Being blocked out from first, he's taking the run. Try and do this cleanly. Has he got the run on us now? It looks like he has. We need his slipstream. Try and carry us down the straight with him. We can have a lap to catch him. Yeah, so update 1.49 didn't bring some of the things we wanted it to bring, did it? It didn't bring any major sort of rally variation, but that's with the Eiger Norwan track, to be honest. We expected at least 1 or 2 tracks, because historically that's what that track's about. It's got three dirt tracks with the original version in GT5. This is turning into a decent race, isn't it? But what they have done and what they have brought to the game is a much better, it seems, rally characteristic and rally handling. So lots of positive noise from people about the rally now being much easier to drive and more understandable. To be honest, I found it slower. We went and did the gold licenses from 0 to everything, 0 to 50, and I actually found the rally much slower, more drivable but much slower. I wasn't as quick, which I guess that's a disadvantage, but again, it's something we have to learn, and other people are now enjoying it. But we also got a lack of force feedback. So on my wheel particularly, the force feedback has gone weak. We just managed to hold him off there. That was quite an interesting braking zone. Here we are to the finish, and we'll talk about the force feedback on my wheel. But it's definitely an issue with the update, not with the wheel. We've had that confirmed off the Fanatec forum. But there you have it. A relatively easy win at the second attempt. And not the fastest of cars, but it's capable of beating that. We're now going to have to do the RG 4.2, aren't we, at some point, but we'll save that to Tokyo. And we'll see you there. So, let's wrap it up. Update 1.49 for me. I'm enjoying it. it's the place to be. It hasn't turned me off the game. I think there's going to be lots of new content available. I think it's going to be enjoyable to drive. I think it's also the next evolution in the game. We've got Sophie now at the Nürburgring, and we also have Sophie at Lego Maggiore. So they're going to be interesting things that we can test out and play with, because I know a lot of people really enjoy the Nürburgring, and to be able to race Sophie around there for a couple of laps is going to be really good. And Lego is one of my favourite circuits, so that's going to be great fun as well. But there we have it. Not much else I can really say about update 1.49. It's still early days. We're going to get stuck in, make some new content. You'll see more videos from me. So thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. And don't forget, you can feed back to me your impressions of update 1.49 as well. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.